So I'm going to show you the kinds of written responses that are acceptable and the kind that aren't. Let's pretend like there was a writing prompt that was something like this. How does LeBron James feel about being overlooked as one of the best scorers in the NBA? Question doesn't matter, but let's look at some potential answers. So here's a potential response. LeBron James complains that, quote, when they talk about the best scorers of all time, they never mention my name. That is a good response, but you still need to say where you got it from. You might say, well, I put James here, but you need to put the link. And that's what it means to cite your sources. There are two ways you can cite your sources. The first is to include a works cited page. This is what you'll do in an essay. It would look something like this. LeBron James complains that, quote, blah, 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 blah. You need to put in parentheses that it was James who said this, and then say works cited and include the link. There's more complicated ways to do it on a formal essay, but for Canvas, this is good enough. Another way to do it, if you're good at tech, is to include a hyperlink. This right here is a hyperlink, and if you click that, it'll take you to the page. Here is a response that is not good. When they talk about the best scorers of all time, they never mention my name. Why is that not good? Because this makes it look like you said it. If you don't put quotation marks around something that's not your words, you are telling me, Mr. Gunther, I said this. You didn't say this. LeBron James said it. By not putting quotation marks around it, you are stealing from LeBron James. This is called plagiarism. Plagiarism is any time you take someone else's words and don't tell us that you took their words. You may do this on accident. You may do it on purpose. It doesn't matter why you did it. If you do this, it's plagiarism, and technically it's cheating. This is wrong. Here's another one that's wrong. It's exactly the same, but it has quotation marks. But why is this one wrong? Because you're not telling me who said it. This one's also wrong. Why? Because it's not quotation marks. This is what a lot of you do when I say, hey, buddy, you need to cite your sources. You'll just throw a link in there. You are still telling me that you said this. By not putting quotation marks around this sentence, you are saying, under oath, Mr. Gunther, I swear before everything holy in the universe that these are my own words, but they are not your words, so you are lying. Here's another bad response. People, this is a language arts class. You need to capitalize the letter I. You need to put those little things called apostrophes here. You need to capitalize book titles and underline or italicize them. This is still a language arts class. If you do this, I will either mark it as a 0, or if it's a good response but just poor grammar, take off a lot of points.